In dermatology, let us study cutaneous tuberculosis. Hello guys, my name is Manas Solunke and I will be explaining cutaneous tuberculosis. Tuberculosis in the cutaneous, it means on the skin, can be classified into three bases. Firstly, exogenous, endogenous and tuberculoids. Exogenous tuberculosis is the source outside. So the germ or the bacteria is attacking from outside. It is of two types. The naive. In this, the classified disease is the Shinre tuberculosis. After that, we have the immune type of the tuberculosis, which is called as TBVC. The endogenous type of the tuberculosis can be classified on the basis of the source, which is inside. It can be hematogenous source, it can be lymphatic source, or it can be auto inoculation type of the source. After that, we have tuberculoids. TB Shinre, also called as the primary tuberculosis or primary incubation tuberculosis, it is of naive type of exogenous type of classification. It is mostly seen on the extremities and faces. The clinical feature of this tuberculosis, as you can see in the image, is the undermined ulceration, which are painless type of the ulceration. TBVC, which is the exogenous immune type of the tuberculosis, also known as the post-primary incubation tuberculosis, aka the anatomist wards or physiologist wards, most commonly seen in the healthcare workers and farmers. As you can see on the screen, the clinical features are the crusting or discharge, which is on the top of the skin layer. Also, there can be some granulomatous structures present. Lupus vulgaris is the most common type of the cutaneous tuberculosis. It is also most common type of the tuberculosis which is seen in the adults in India. It is mostly exogenous tuberculosis which is spreading from the hematogenous type of the system in compared to the lymphatic system. After that, we can see this type of the tuberculosis is mostly seen on the head region and the neck region in comparison to the arm, leg and the trunk or buttocks are secondary to the space. After that, we can also see that in the diascopy, it gives yellowish or brownish appearance, which are actually the granulomatous tissues. As you can see in the image, lupus vulgaris show the erythematous plug. Erythematous plug are external periphery on one side, whereas they are showing scarring in the center or the opposite side. In the diascopy, you can see yellowish or brownish discoloration. These discoloration are apple jelly nodules which are granulomatous. Central scarring or central crusting or central clearing can be seen in the lupus vulgaris, leishmaniasis and tinea respectively. Sclerophyloderma. Sclerophyloderma is the most common type of the cutaneous tuberculosis seen in the children. This is the underlying condition can be caused by the contiguous type. In this, the most common spread is seen from the lymph node, bones and joints. After that, it is seen that in this type of the tuberculosis, there can be discharges. As you can see in the image, there can be ulcers and these ulcers can be seen underlying the lymphadenopathy. Orificial tuberculosis. It occurs around the orifices. This is the only tuberculosis which gives the painful ulceration. These type of the tuberculosis are seen in the oral area where the lesion are due to the pulmonary tuberculosis because of the mucus. The second comes the genital, which are because of the gastrointestinal tuberculosis, which are because of the feces or stool.
Hello friends, my name is Mangesh Jaibai from Group 20B. As Manas told about exogenous and endogenous tuberculosis, let us see what are tuberculoids. So it is a hypersensitive reaction to an underlying microbe. It can be described as cellular mediated immunity and also known as Type 4 reaction. It occurs because of primary focus of TB elsewhere. It gives Montauk's Dex positive whereas AFB is negative. When biopsy is conducted, it is tuberculoid histology is positive as it is caused by hypersensitivity due to primary focal of TB. It responds to ATT. As you can see here in the picture, it can be classified into two types, true and fasciculated. Here, as we can see, picture into two types, lichen and scleropholosum are present. It is a group in which lichen and papules are present. On trunk, more common in children, heals without scares. We can see. In biopsy, superficial dermal granuloma is seen. As you can see in this picture, papules necrotic tuberculoid is seen. It is necrotic papules present. In its extremative more common in adults. Heals with scares and in biopsy obstructive vasculitis is seen. As we can see in this last picture, we can see third type is erythemas indurative of Benz. It is nodular tuberculoid present in old age females. On posterior class, moldular region is heals with scars are present. On biopsy, paniculatum vasculated is seen.
As Mangesh and Manas explain all about this topic, I am explaining now about management of tuberculosis. Management cutaneous is similar. It is divided into two types: intensive and maintenance. Maintenance is about 2 months and maintenance is about 4 months. Drugs which are used in it is examozide, ethambutol, rifampicin, pyramidazole. I am also talk about a typical microbacterial infection. First one is swimming pool granuloma. It is caused by M. marium, caused due to contact of fish tank and contaminated water. Drugs used are in this swimming pool granuloma is clarithreo and ethambutol. Clarithreo plus ethambutol. Second one is burial eulyzer. It is caused by M. eulatrius. Drugs which are used are rifampicin plus stereopacin. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.